Hey guys, so on YouTube the other days on my channel I'm looking and realized I really haven't done an actual update video on what's been going on around here since June. It is October 15th today, so well into fall and cold weather. It's kind of been rainy and windy all weekend. It's finally done raining. It's starting to dry up out there. The sun really hasn't been out. I think we hit a high like 50 today. I got the garage door closed because it's so windy you wouldn't be able to hear me, but not too much going on. I have 140 pile of parts there. The fender pan that Matt had sent me, Chewy, I was able to get from the guy I bought it from and ship it to me and whatnot. That one, a buddy of mine currently is, he does automotive restorations on the side. He's fixing all the dings and dents in it for me. He's really good with that stuff, body work and all he's great at. And he's painting it with a two-step automotive paint and a clear coat on it, so thing will look great when it's done. So that's for the 140 pan then, the new pan that I got, which you guys still haven't seen a video of it, but no, yeah, that was after June. But as you guys know, the 140, the pan was all cut up. Got a pan like dirt cheap from a guy. Being a 1968 140, they only made that pan style for 1 year, so they're kind of hard to find. Found one. Well, it was close to Chewy in Michigan where he lives, and he's able to pick it up and paid him and got it shipped to me. So it wasn't cheap, but it was worth it. So that had some dents on the back side of it. That's all getting straightened out. It's getting painted. Yeah, that's that. Got this from work. We were cleaning out our warehouse building, kind of getting ready for winter storages because we already have 2 winter storages in for the season. Our whole tent building at work gets packed full with lawn and garden tractors over the winter. Customers bring them in, we store them, and we service them throughout the winter, and they go back in spring all ready to cut. They get pressure washed and so on and so forth. So they're like, the machines are all ready to go, and the customers get them back. But this weight box is actually off like a X4, X5, X7 series John Deere. So John Deere's large frame garden tractors that we have nowadays, and yeah, so that's what these are made to mount for, is from a loader. But I'm going to try and fab up some brackets that come off the frame on the 140 or the 110 off the side of the frame where these pins will hook into and make it work. Yeah, it does not fit the X5, this X5 series. John Deere made there's the X4s and X5s that I'm talking about. They're large open, if I'm not mistaken, yes, they're considered open frames. And the new X7 series that John Deere's make, they're those 3. That was before this X5 series, put it that way. Because as you can see, that is technically a closed frame. Back in here would be all, whatever, you guys get the point. Those are Deere's large frame tractors, what that's off of. Because you can't get a loader for an X5 series, so. Nothing new with the 534 at all, really. It just needs a good wash and wax. It's kind of dull. It's all dusty from dirt and leaves and junk. Got LED lights hung up in here. It's pretty bright in here now, so it'll be nice for winter time if I'm working on stuff. But that's that. I'm just gotta get my bolt motor off, get that in for the winter here next weekend or 2. Go back to the shed. And lots of new stuff going on. Well, we'll start outside. First thing, got, if you look under there, my box, I have it because I don't have room in the shed sadly, but for now it's okay. Got a Hobbin snowblower for the Sears sitting there. Probably end up selling it, but this came with a 72 Suburban 12, which was very rough shape. Ended up completely dismantling it, taking that apart, sold a few parts off of it, made my money back. There's a mower deck with it that was somewhat rough. A fellow YouTuber friend of mine bought that for me, for parts for his, but that's that. And if you look in the trailer over here, let's do this. There would be the parts off of the 72 Suburban and the 37-inch mower deck from the 110 and the old 140 fender pan. 37-inch deck. I completely dismantled everything off it, just down to the shell, even took a serial tag off, and I decided I'm scrapping it. Got the 47 deck from the 140, and that one will make a good deck out of that, because I'd want the bigger deck anyway, especially with living here and being about 1.5 acres. 37-inch deck, the few times the 110 did cut the grass, that took forever. But so far, got the 110 there, Sears, 140's back there, and that guy's there. Yeah. Well, there's so many new things I don't even know where to start, guys. Let's see. 110, nothing new. This thing, 1969 John Deere 110, early model year, early 69 110. Missing a lot of shrouds, missing a lot of stuff, needs a lot of work. Won't even crank over with the key with a good battery, and so some sort of wiring issue. So sitting at work for about 2 years. We haven't had contact with the customer for 2 years. Technically, after our policy is when customers come in, they sign their paper that we agree to let you do this and that. It's also that if you're not in contact with us for over 60 days, if I'm not mistaken, it's over 60 days and we have no contact with you either way. Even if we try calling you don't respond, it becomes our machine. Well, it's been 2 years now, so I was able to buy this off of work for next to nothing. We didn't have much into it. It'll be a parts machine since that frame is bent on there. That frame will be for the that 110. Or if I get that thing running and driving good and get shrouds and shields, it'll be another 110. But 140, where to start with this thing? My two-legged Deere headlight bezel I traded. Guy on Facebook had a four-legged bezel, and he restored this bezel, as you can see how nice it looks. And I just had to get the chrome inserts, headlights, and the decal for it. He did everything else to it. It looks amazing. Found a front bumper. We'll start, I guess, with finds at Portage. As a Portage Garden Tractor Days in July. Got this front bumper for the 140, so that's all good. You guys remember the front bracket was missing on that side? Well, I got one from Fulton Motor Salvage off of Facebook. He cut one off of he cut part of a frame off of a 140 he had in his junk pile, and bought that from him as well as new couplers and my coupler covers, so we're all set there. But I welded that on at work on a Saturday, and the bushing, as you can see now, there's a bushing in there now, so I got the welded bushing, welded that in, also from Fulton Motor Salvage on Facebook. 140, you guys knew I put new tires in the front, I think. Maybe not. I should say the one side was brand new when I got the tractor. The other side just had a mismatched tire that was worn, so I put a new one on there. This tire was going flat and that tire was going flat on me. This was the one that was on the tractor when I got it, the new tire that was on it. There's so much rust around the bead and the tire, and the bead of the tire is a little scraped, so we tubed that one. That back tire being that older tire, I just tubed it. These two tires hold air. Not worrying about that, because this will get eggs on it for winter. And the reason this is going to be the plow tractor this winter is up at Portage. Yeah, look at that. Got ourselves a 54-inch 4-way hydraulic lift blade for the 140. Cutting edge has, well, we're going to need to buy one of those soon. But other than that, yeah, that's for the 140. You guys know this is a moldboard for the 110, or the Sears, excuse me, that you saw. More goodies. Cab roof, front windshield, the front panel of the cab. I got my back one here, which needs a new window. As you can see, I got the doors right here. And you guys can't see it. I'm not going to be able to get it out, but these cab doors, well, I might. Give me a second here. I don't know. Yeah, you guys won't be able to see that, but these are, it is a, four-legged, the four-legged logo on the door, so it's a 1968 cab, so those doors at least were a 1-year only deal, because this cab would not fit a round fender, it only fits a square fender. So the only downside is I gotta drill holes in fender pans to mount it, so I haven't done any mounting yet. And with the 140 getting that pan painted with automotive paint and clear coat, I don't want to screw it up, so we're just gonna not put it on the 140. It may go on the 110 with me having two pans, we'll see. But yeah, so it's that. Other than that, the 37 blowers down there. The 47 deck for the 140 is up in the garage in the rafters, because I'm not going to need it for a while. It's out of the way then. And as you guys know, you get the 110 plow there. No big deal. These are the skinny rear tires off of the 72 Suburban 12. They're the 22 and a half 750 12s, I believe is what they are. I don't know. They hold air. For now, I'm keeping them. The transmission, got that pressure wash last weekend out of the 72 Suburban 12. Everything works. HH120 sitting over there. I do have the carburetor right yonder. I actually, surprisingly, the fuel shutoff on that was turned off when I got the machine. the tank was completely shot. Filler neck had been broken off, someone soldered it back on beyond the point, it's all screwed up. But someone shut the fuel off, and that fuel shut off actually still works just fine, but they had the fuel shut off, so there's nothing in the carburetor when I got the machine. So I just took the fuel line off the carburetor and I put my spare tank in the front. It's a little plastic push mower tank. Put that onto it, sprayed a little brake clean, fired up, and it was actually running under its own power on the tank. Sounds like it's got a rod knock to it. I guess, to be honest, they're older Tecumsehs. I mean, they all seem to have some sort of a knock or something wrong with them, but that's that. So it ran decent. For now I have it there. It's more or less kind of going to be a parts, solid state ignition, stuff like that. Carburetor's decent. This carburetor's fine because I bought a new one for this when I got this, a new used. But that's that. So we're keeping those parts because there's nothing wrong with them. Perfectly good hubs and such. Let's see, we got the fiberglass dash from it, which mine is these 4 holes, and that little nick there, this fiberglass dash is in good shape. So if anyone wants to buy it, that's that. Finally got a drag link for the Sears, so that drag link will be going in here. There's a pile of these front skinny rims. It's kind of a pain in the ass how you have to take these off because you have to unscrew everything. But these front tie rod ends, these skinny rims, and this brake assembly. More just wants the brake rods for Mr. Rooney Sears, so that's there for you, bud, when you finally get around to coming to pick it up. But yeah, so there's a almost 12-minute video of what's been going on since like June 10th or whatever, whenever I posted that video. Not too much at all. A few new tractors, one's been parted out already. A bunch of parts from this Sears in here too. Not too much left. But like I said, I sold the front grill off of it. It was the Ghost style grill like what's on here. Obviously being a 72 Suburban 12, sold that. Made my money back on what I paid for the tractor. So that was a good thing just by selling the grill. Like I said, it was a steal. The only reason I really got it because of the hobbing. But the rest of the tractor, I had thought about it, but it's painted so many different. This red, you have the red on this tin. The whole tractor is the green that's under it, which is kind of like a deer green, which is like this color. And then it's been painted with 30 different colors, and to me it wasn't worth it being a 72 Suburban 12. So many of those things, it wasn't even worth doing it. So it got parted out because of what it was, and probably going to need an engine and such, but it is what it is. More parts for this thing, and got a transmission if I ever, whatever, I mean, it's transmission, there's nothing wrong with it. These things are pretty much bulletproof anyway. So, there you guys have it. There's kind of an update on the fleet and what's been going on around here, which isn't too much. So I guess I will talk to you guys later.